Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're doing this this movie podcast now.
Yeah, I think it's my idea. I think it's
Mitchell's idea. We decided we like watching movies a lot. We like talking about movies, and we like watching movies that we've never seen before.
Yeah, and I don't watch movies ever. Like,
which is a shame to me personally, as someone who loves movies, to have a brother who doesn't watch any movies.
It's weird having a brother that literally loves horror movies, even though we both grew up as scaredy cats.
Well, I adjusted because of Goosebumps, and you didn't watch Goosebumps.
No,
that was your fatal flaw.
I don't watch Haunting Hour.
If
that
you
was my biggest fear is Haunting Hour.
Well, I mean, as we're talking about spooky shit, we are going to watch one of the first great classic horror movies, Nosferatu, today.
Now, I'm a big black and white fan when it comes to movies. I love.
Yes, you've been getting into the classic stuff.
One of my favorite movies is The Thing.
The original Thing.
The original.
You started watching that because Cinemassacre made a video, right?
Yeah, I think it was like a Monster Madness or something. I forget what it was.
No, it was just a normal review. Just talking about, like, people always talk about the remake, which I love, and I love way more than the black and white.
And a lot of people say it's better, but I've only seen the black and white one, and I like it because it has black and white movies have a bit more, like, it leaves a lot to your imagination and makes things more.
You like it because it doesn't scare you as much.
That's exactly right.
You're not gonna get scared of a black and white horror movie.
I'm not gonna get jump scared, and I fucking hate jump scares.
If you watched as many horror movies as I did, you would not be scared anymore. No. And then you would have gladly taken me to Saw X today.
Yeah, no, that would never.
I want to see Saw X, you guys. It came out just a few days ago. As I'm filming this, it came out just a few days ago. I want to see Saw.
I have no interest in watching Saw.
So instead of the bloody violence of Saw, we've decided to watch the tame.
I did not know this was going to be a silent movie.
I'm pretty sure it's a silent movie. I think it has like a score to it, but it's like there's no dial. I think you gotta read it.
Well, once you mentioned that it's a silent movie, I was reminded of it. I think I also heard about Nosferatu on Cinemassacre. So
yeah. By the way, guys, I've never seen this movie, despite being a big horror fan. I've never seen Nosferatu. I don't have a lot of experience with black and white horror. I've seen Dracula. Yeah. I saw Dracula, Frankenstein, and Bride of Frankenstein because last year we were watching a lot of classics.
Yeah, which we never finished.
You dragged my ass through Van Helsing saying it was the best thing ever. And it was so...
That was just
I was so tired, by the way, by the time you told me to. I was already like not in a great mood. And I just sit through Van Helsing and see Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde die at the fucking beginning of the movie.
It was so fucking funny.
And Frankenstein being a fucking bitch and gets ass handed to him by Dracula.
Oh, it was great. Well, it's Hugh Jackman. How could you go wrong with Hugh Jackman?
They fucking proved. They showed you how. They showed you how you go wrong with Hugh Jackman.
They did. Did we finish that movie that night?
Yeah, we finished. I'm a man of my word. I finished when I start.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been getting into the classic monsters. I've always been interested in the classic monsters.
I still want to watch all the Dracula movies.
I have, on my own time, seen The Invisible Man. Have you ever seen that?
I have not seen The Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man is awesome. That is an awesome movie. Probably my favorite of the black and white horrors I've seen.
It's a black and white horror?
Yeah, it's a black and white horror. The Invisible Man, it's so good. Claude Rains, I'm pretty sure, is the guy who plays him. He does an amazing job.
Add that to the list.
But of the ones that... Also, I loved Bride of Frankenstein. That was great when we watched that.
Yeah.
That's probably better than the original Frankenstein.
I did like Bride of Frankenstein
because we got to see him meet like the dude and like meet the blind guy.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was a really cool moment.
But anyways, this is like even older than that shit. I mean, this is a silent movie, I'm pretty sure. But I'm not entirely certain. I haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure this is the silent movie era.
Yeah, and I'm very
where like
curious.
they did the score actually at the theater. And when it comes to this DVD, like when you see it, there's a score in this, and that's because in DVDs they put the score into the movie. Oh. So we're just gonna hear a score this entire movie.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm pretty sure captions.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, there's gonna be like talking, and you'll see like how there's that film parodies where like someone's talking, flapping their lips, and you see the dialogue on a black screen.
Yeah,
that's what I'm pretty sure this is the era of. But
okay, yeah, I'm interested to see if it can be even because is it considered a good movie? Do you know?
Oh, this is a classic. This is the first adaptation of Dracula that we have. I think. Yeah, I think.
So I'm very curious to see how it like holds up. Now I've never seen a silent film. So.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna be nice to it, but also like we gotta. If there's a problem with it.
Yeah, we're gonna go into.
I'm not treating you with kitty gloves, Nosferatu.
Just because you're
because you showed up in SpongeBob and had a funny joke in SpongeBob does not mean I owe you anything.
What year did this come out?
No, the 20s, the 1920s. I'm pretty sure.
1920s?
I'm pretty sure it's 1922. I actually had it looked up earlier. Yeah, 1922.
Oh my god.
So we're about to see. Everyone in this movie is probably dead by now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They're long dead.
Yeah.
So, all right. I guess there's nothing else to say. We're gonna go watch the movie and come back to you with our actual thoughts. So this was our previewing, And now we're going to go view.
Yeah, let's go watch it.
All right. See you guys. We'll see you in a few.
Okay.
Hey everybody! We're back now. We just watched Nosferatu.
Got a lot to say about it.
This is exactly what I expected from watching a very old movie.
Well, and because I think I will say that I enjoyed the movie that first half. First half of the movie I enjoyed it, but at a certain point it was really hard to follow.
I'll admit. I don't think people our age should be watching Nosferatu and expecting to understand everything we just saw.
It's if you don't watch silent movies, I feel like you're not gonna.
You're gonna be a little confused because I lost track of the plot at a certain point. I think if I did not know this is a Dracula retelling, I would have been totally fucked.
If I haven't seen Dracula beforehand, I would not know or maybe I would have. Maybe watching Dracula made it worse because I was looking for Van Helsing. I was looking for Renfield.
The main guy Hutter, which is turned out to be his fucking name. Hutter.
Yeah.
I thought he was Renfield.
Yeah, but then we have a dude named Knock.
Because he's the one that goes over. Yeah, fucking Knock. This guy, the bald guy, the bald creepy dude at the start of the movie named Knock. Apparently he's Renfield all along, and so the guy that actually goes to the castle Dracula. He's just a dude.
Well, it's weird that I didn't know that they before you told me that it was the copyright issues is why they're like Count Dracula is called Orlok and not Count Dracula. So it made shit very confusing.
I'll tell you what, I wanted Hutter to fucking die at the start of the movie.
Great.
He's always smiling. He always had that shit-eating grin on his face.
He's a happy dude.
And he's like, nothing could ever go wrong. So
Hutter.
I wanted shit to go wrong so fast.
It was very interesting, and it was I think I will say one thing I really loved about the movie was the acting.
Oh yeah, it's very exaggerated.
It's very exaggerated
because there's no dialogue. I mean, there's dialogue. They can't speak though, so we need them to be lively, physically, make them jump around.
I can easily feel when they were sad, when they were happy. I could tell. I think the acting was very, very good.
I love the design of Orlok. That makeup on Orlok, he looks great.
He looks creepy.
He's like a creepy guy. I love the later in the movie we see him in the shadows and we see his shadow cast against the wall. That looks awesome. I wasn't expecting Orlok to have as much dialogue as he turned out to have. In my head, I had this image of Orlok's probably I bet he's the one guy that doesn't talk and just is creepy. But no, he's Dracula. He's basically he talks.
He talks a lot when he's in the castle. After the castle, he doesn't talk.
Yeah, then he shuts the fuck up.
Yeah, then he just stops talking, which is weird. And the thing is that because I've seen Dracula, I was expecting Van Helsing to be a bigger role in the movie. Mm-hmm. But he wasn't. In fact, I guess spoiler alert.
First of all, his name is who's gonna be? It's 100 years old. Yeah. No one cares about spoilers anymore.
Yeah. So Dracula kills himself.
Oh my god. No. Okay. Yeah. Orlok, fucking he fucking he goes to suck the blood of the girlfriend. And once he's done with that, he's like, oh shit, the sun's up. Well, I might as well sneak on out of here. And on his way out, he fucking goes past the window and fucking dives to the sun. Nobody tricks him. Nobody fucking connives their way into it. He's just a fucking idiot. After decades of being a vampire, he was hoisted by his own petard and walked into the sun. Yeah. And just died.
Which is so underwhelming. I thought Dracula was underwhelming.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, see, here was the thing. When we saw the original Dracula, we were kind of disappointed by his wimpy ass ending where he's like, oh, I'll just go hide in my fucking
He runs to his coffin while Van Helsing is chasing him.
He has to know that the second he goes in his coffin, he's just going to get killed.
And that's exactly what happens.
And that's exactly what happens to Dracula. He gets killed. But that is a more respectful fucking death than Nosferatu literally killing himself by accident.
He's been a vampire for how many fucking years? He knows that the sun is...
He should know, yeah. He should know the sun is bad. Although maybe he doesn't know because this movie not really great at telling you when it's fucking morning or night.
I could not tell for my life when it was day night and when it was nighttime.
Because at the boat, that's supposed to be night. That's supposed to be night because he's walking about. He's Nosferatu and shit. But the sunlight, he walks in the fucking sunlight, he dies, so...
That's the issue of black and white movies, is that when it comes to Dracula, a movie where it's very important to know when it's light
what's weird is that there are, pointed moments where we do see it's nighttime. They clearly filmed it at night, they have to do, lamps and shit to cover it. And then when it's daytime, you see shadows are cast and everything. But then, when it's supposed to be dark, when we see, fucking Orlok walking around, it's still clearly daytime.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't harp too badly on them. This was like an old movie.
It's an old movie, and I think it's for this time. I mean, I could imagine I grew up in the fucking 20s.
Like, I've got no I was never back there in those times seeing those sort of movies, but I bet it was a scary movie for them.
Yeah, and I did find. I think the reason why I found it so hard to follow the plot was that because there's no voice acting, they're relying a lot on captions and subtitles and stuff like that, and.
There's so many like shots of just scenery, and it's like, well, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, there was a lot. I mean, one of the first scenes is when like you see like just like a picture of a coyote or like a wolf.
Yeah, it was like they're talking about like werewolves are out at this time of night. Werewolves. We just see like it was either a wolf or a coyote.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
But I guess that's Dracula.
Yeah,
Dracula has weird powers in this.
He does have weird powers.
He like becomes like fully like half intangible at a point, and he goes through a wall.
Yeah.
But you thought it was hallucinations.
He did because they mentioned hallucinations.
Because the girlfriend, fucking the entire movie, has a psychic connection for no reason to Hutter.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, he's in danger. He's in danger right now.
But I think that happened in Dracula.
Is that actually a thing?
I think Dracula. Yeah, I think so. I haven't watched Dracula in a while.
I don't remember if there's like a psychic thing, but this is very weird.
It is odd.
I think when the movie starts to get confusing, after the castle.
Once
Hutter leaves the castle, once we get on the boat, that's when things start to go like.
Because I couldn't tell for a while. I thought Hutter was on the boat.
I thought Hutter got back home, but then it turned out he was not home. He was just in a nearby hospital. And he's trying to get back home before Dracula gets home. I don't know.
To kill his girlfriend.
Yeah, so he wants to protect his girlfriend because Dracula, he knows for Orlok.
Yeah, Orlok.
Orlok only wants the blood of virgins.
Well, and so like the first part of that movie before we got to the boat and everything, I was immersed, and I was like,
and then when I got confused, I stopped being immersed and just like more like.
And I started feeling the time.
Yeah. I better feel like we had. If we had a better grasp on the story, we would not have been as confused. But we're fucking living in the year 2023, trying to watch a movie in the fucking 1920s.
Yeah,
this is just naturally what's going to happen. This is not actually a knock against the film.
No, I think it's
a great film for the time.
A great film. Yeah.
Watching it today, you will find confusion, of course. But I mean, if you're going to watch an old movie, you know what you're going to fucking get.
Yeah, as a movie for the 1920s, it's a damn. Good
it still has qualities that like fucking even today hold up. Like I mean, really think the filming of like the shots of like him on the wall, that's awesome.
Well, and also like they use language that I'm not familiar with.
Oh right, sometimes it was a little hard. Sometimes the dialogue because I do not recognize. We don't talk like that. Yeah. We don't use doff.
Yeah. But if you grew up in
I think even then, like, doff was like a weird... Well, yeah, that's a period thing.
It's medieval.
Like, that's how I spoke back then. Like, even... They were retelling the past, even.
But so, like, a lot of language I just couldn't grasp. And the problem with stuff like that is that you have to rewatch it to really understand what you're watching.
Yeah, if you've seen... Like, eventually you'll completely understand if you've seen Nosferatu plenty of times.
Yeah.
But this is like our first time seeing it.
It feels like one of those movies that you have to watch quite a few times before you can actually understand what's actually happening.
Especially today, these days. Fucking...
At first it was very hard to keep track of who was talking and who wasn't.
Oh yeah, that became like because we hadn't seen a silent movie.
Because I couldn't tell what was narration and what was.
Oh right, at a certain point the narration is like the fucking like the subtitles. I thought it was just like an omnipresent fucking narrator, but I guess it's also supposed to be like someone writing this in the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and what's weird... so what I was going to say about the captions is that, like, the captions are different than how you expect captions to be in movies these days. Because movies these days, it's subtitles and you just people talking about the dialogue. But this is still shots of what they're saying.
Yeah, they have them talk for a bit, and they show the fucking caption later.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't show the caption later. Sometimes they see lips flapping and like, you don't know what he said.
Unless you know how to read lips, you're not going to know what the fuck these people are saying.
I will say we watched a version of this that had like it had music in the background. They had music because and the music was, I mean, overly dramatic, but like fucking it was
good.
That was fine music.
Yeah, it was a good score.
Perfectly fine, creepy music.
I think if we watched this in pure silence, I would have fucking blew my brains out.
Yeah.
It would have been that It would have been so
I mean, it was fun doing fucking wacky voices for all the characters.
Yeah. Well, and definitely, like, again, after, like, the first half of the movie, I checked out. I mean, I didn't like I was still in like I was still trying.
It was just that with the second you lose grasp on the plot and get too confused, like you kind of check yourself out.
Yeah, it was hard to figure out what was going on. That's my only real complaint with the movie is that like it was hard to follow, but like the acting, the cinematography.
Yeah, like it's still a great movie.
Yeah, it was really really good.
Like for the special, yeah.
I probably won't rewatch it myself. But I still think it's a
What are we gonna do, Mitchell? We're gonna give these out of 10s at the end of these reviews. We're gonna try to give it a rank.
Yeah, let's do a rank.
Let's do a rank.
Yeah.
I'll give this a. All right. Should we do it in terms of personal enjoyment or how good we genuinely think the movie?
Let's do both. So I think critically as a film.
Yes, as a fucking work of masterpiece of art, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
A 9 out of 10, perfect for when it came out. Critically, nothing wrong with it. Personal enjoyment, I'm gonna give a 7 out of 10. I ultimately like it more than I dislike it. I don't really dislike anything about it. It's just like the other 3 points it's missing is because I don't think I'd ever watch this again just because like it's not really my bag. It's like I'm not usually checking out these black and white old movies, but as far as those movies go, this was a fun time. I like the effects. I like not the effects. I mean like the camera just sort of choice. Yeah. Because the actual effects is like really choppy. It's like fucking moving like his telekinesis. He like fucking jump cuts this fucking board off of him.
And I guess that's another thing to mention too, real quick, is that like the way things are shot, it feels it's very stiff.
Oh yeah, it's choppy, but that's like choppy. It's an old movie.
Yeah, it's expected. It's something that I wasn't. It's something I wasn't. Cause I'd never seen one of these movies before. So.
What are you gonna give it? What score? The 2 scores.
Critically, I think I agree with you with a 9 out of 10. I think that in personal enjoyment, I would probably give it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, lower than me.
Just a little bit, but only just because if I can't. Actually, no, I'm gonna give it a 7 because I really did like the actress that played I forget her name.
Yeah, I never really caught her name.
Yeah, but
I'm like the only thing I'm really disappointed for is just the Van Helsing did do.
Exactly. That's my. Well, here's the thing.
I love Van Helsing.
Van Helsing is my favorite fucking character in Dracula. So the fact that he didn't get.
I'm not even entirely positive that was Van Helsing.
Yeah, no.
Because clearly that's not his name because they changed all the names in this one. I just assumed that's the Van Helsing equivalent.
Yeah.
And he's just like fucking there. And he's like, oh.
He's just like, you
want to see this? You want a history lesson about bugs?
And he shows up at the end crying like.
She's dead. Fuck. She's fucking dead.
They didn't do it. At the bottom,
it's a real downer ending. Everyone came home crying after seeing that movie.
There was no fight, you know?
I wish there was a fight.
Yeah.
I was like saying, okay, there's no way they're going to be worse than the fucking Dracula movie.
Yeah.
Because in Dracula, he goes out like such a bitch. Like, he didn't plan at all. Yeah. For a guy who was so awesome in Dracula, for him to go out like a bitch, like, that's fucking lame. Yeah. Nosferatu's going to show him what for. Orlok's going to fight. No, he just killed himself like an idiot.
Yeah.
The human protagonist had nothing to do with the defeat of Orlok.
Yeah. I don't know, do you want to do our outro?
Well, yeah, that was us kind of shitting on a little bit of Nosferatu.
Just a little bit shitting. I mean,
look, I mean, you know it's a great movie. You got to hear a fresh perspective of 2 fucking shitters from the modern day talking about why they got confused.
2 fucking Gen Zers.
Yeah, that's what happens. I love this movie ultimately. I still think it's a great movie. And thank you.
Thanks for watching.
We're going to try to do some, if we can, squeeze in some more movies for October. We want to watch some spooky
Maybe give us some
movies.
Recommendations.
Yeah, if you like this.
Some spooky.
We might have Seth next time we show up.
Yeah,
we
might, possibly.
They'll fluctuate. Usually it'll be me and Mitchell, but sometimes we might bring in Seth. He might come up for the next one, but we'll see.
We'll see.
But thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
We hope you guys like this. We'll do some more in the future, hopefully. And
see you then.
See ya, guys.